Chief Justice Roberts, President Carter, President Clinton, President Bush, and President Obama, fellow Americans, and people of the world, thank you. We, the citizens of America, are now joined in a great national effort to rebuild our country and to restore its promise for all of our people. Together, we will determine the course of America and the world for years to come. We will face challenges. We will confront hardships, but we will get the job done. Every 4 years we gather on these steps to carry out the orderly and peaceful transfer of power. And we are grateful to President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama for their gracious aid throughout this transition. They have been magnificent. Today's ceremony, however, has a very special meaning, because today we are not merely transferring power from one administration to another, or from one party to another, but we are transferring power from Washington, D.C. and giving it back to you, the American people. For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government, while the people have borne the cost. Washington flourished, but the people did not share in its wealth. Politicians prospered, but the jobs left and the factories closed. The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country. Their victories have not been your victories. Their triumphs have not been your triumphs. And while they celebrated in our nation's capital, there was little to celebrate for struggling families all across our land. That all changes, starting right here and right now, because this moment is your moment. So the first passage I've chosen to talk about is starting from "You will never be ignored again" and ends at the end of the speech with "Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America." To start off, we can see that the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, uses the rule of three with "Your voice, your hopes, and your dreams will define our American destiny," which is used to make this sentence more memorable and it actually appeals to the regular citizens with "your voice, your hopes, and your dreams." It comes in continuation of the previous line, "You will never be ignored again," where "you" is actually just the citizens, which he has been appealing to all throughout the text or the inauguration speech. He actually uses the continuation of the rule of three with "your voice, your hopes, and your dreams" in the very next line with "your courage." So the rule of three actually becomes rule of four, but it has the same effect, so it doesn't really matter in this case. But to get on with the analysis, down here we have "We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again." This is an example of anaphora, and it's used to create a sort of rhythm in the speech. It sounds good when you say it, and the audience will most likely remember this, because it's a very catchy phrase. That's why he used it also as Trump, that is, as his campaign slogan, which is mentioned down in the next line. "And yes, together we will make America great again." The next passage I've chosen comes in the middle of the speech. It starts from this moment on, it's going to be America first. And it ends with "America will start winning again, winning like never before." To start off this next segment, I'm going to start off by reading the first line again. From this moment on, it's going to be America first. This is something that Trump has been saying throughout his campaign. Now that he's finally president, it's going to become a reality, which is why that he's going to make this America first. He then explains what it is America first is all about. He says, "Every decision on trade, on taxes, on immigration, on foreign affairs will be made to benefit American workers and American families." And this is sort of pathos in a way, because the people who listen to this speech mostly is everyone, but the people at the inauguration will mostly be Trump supporters. And their feelings will be evoked by this line, this first one, because they take pride in America and they want everything to benefit America, which is one of the main reasons that Donald Trump got voted in as president. To further state this, he actually says down here, "I will fight for you with every breath in my body, and I will never ever let you down," which is also trying to seem a bit more divine, if you can, that he will take our fights and we shouldn't have to worry because he will get the job done, which is also ethos because it's our trust that he tries to appeal to. It's a very straightforward way of appealing to ethos, but in Trump's supporters' case, it doesn't really matter because, well, I don't think they would get it if it wasn't this clear, but that's just my opinion. And of course the last line, America will start winning again, winning like never before, which supposedly I would assume would have started a massive cheer in the crowd the moment it was said. Finally, I will just talk about the inauguration speech as a whole. It's not relevant to talk about the use of logos in this speech because there isn't really that much facts being spoken by Trump. It's more about what he wants to do. And what he wants to do usually is a way of explaining pathos to your crowd, because what you want to do should be something that the population wants to do. And therefore it's also ethos because the audience trusts you to do it. Otherwise you wouldn't have been chosen to become the president.